Good afternoon and welcome to Rubbin Minds. I am Bemileke Oscar Onyiso, and it's great to have you on the show this Sunday afternoon. Well, it's the first for me this year, and this is officially a Happy New Year for me. As you all know, Ebuka will be back. He's on some official business, so I'll be standing in for now. But what are we talking about today? A lot has happened in the past week. Specifically is the letter written by former President Olusegun Obasanjo last week, Tuesday, to our current president on the status of things, basically telling him to not run in 2019, recover from his health fully, and lend his voice as an elder statesman. But this letter was very worded, and a lot of people read different meanings into it. Some said, is it because our former president has gotten a PhD and he's flexing his muscles? Some of the opinion that he is basically gunning for our current president and not really helping with his image. But based on recent news just coming to us, there is a picture going around, is viral, of both presidents in Addis Ababa at the current AU summit, exchanging pleasantries and smiling. So the question is this letter as serious as it is, or is there more to it? I have a very funny man in the studio to shed more light on this from a comical scene. We'll also be talking about the Land Grazing Act and the issue of the herdsmen, the AK-47, what is going on, and why is it so prevalent in this country? A lot of theories abound as to why it's happening, some politically motivated, some of the opinion that it's a hidden agenda. We'll find out more from our contributors as well. And last but not the least, on the entertainment segment, we have a very talented young man. He ran for Mr. Nigeria, third runner-up, an actor, and a VJ. He'll be joining us in the studio. He goes by the name Badge Adebule, so look around for that one. But first things first, let's get to the crunch of the day. My first guest, is a guy who is extremely talented, hilarious on Instagram. He calls himself the #1 fine boy agbero. And this might not make sense to you until you check out his Instagram handle. He goes by the name Sammy Perry, but also known online as Broda Shaggi.
Ben.
Broda Shaggi, how you doing?
Oh, no.
Hey, I'm going to be very tush because I can't switch off from English to our monile.
I will be very touched.
You're very tushed.
Yeah.
First of all, who is Sammy Perry? How did you come about? I mean, the first video I watched of you was the one about Jesus and how you were talking as to how Jesus would drop money for the boys and that Jesus can't go anywhere if he comes, just some hilarious stuff. How did you come about this character?
Okay, basically, as I did, I create different characters. I'm an actor, you understand? So, then I said, okay, for that Shaggy, these are the things happening in my area. Okay, I see the story, so I just put them down. So I try to enact them so that people can laugh and people can still get the message. So I try to educate my audience from my characters. Okay, we'll talk more about that. We'll definitely let people in on your handle. Right.
But the reason you're here is this particular letter. Last week, Tuesday, Obasanjo wrote a letter titled The Way Out, a clarion call for coalition for Nigerian movement. It's about 3 pages long. It touched on various issues. But basically, the summary of this letter to Mr. President from Olusegun Obasanjo is that he should not run for 2019. He should focus on his health, and he should lend his voice as an elder statesman from the backseat. What's your take on this? Because I know politically you also have interest in terms of as an opinion leader.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Okay, let me start by saying the letter that Obasanjo wrote, we say no problem. He has written it. So, and basically the letter is directly to Buhari himself, and Buhari should take note of this letter because he has written this letter to our former president, Jonathan, before.
That's 4 years ago, actually.
4 years ago. So I think he should take note. He should go into it and, get his own ideas from it. Basically, him not running for 2019 is a good suggestion from Obasanjo.
Okay.
It's a very, very good suggestion because...
Do you think a lot of Nigerians are in agreement with that particular...
Of course. Suggestion? Go to social media, you will see people are partying, people are not...
What are the agberos saying?
The agberos are not smiling at all. No, they are not smiling because if you should look at this country now, the people suffering in this country are the poor, the masses, the agbero. Okay, me, I'm a fresh agbero, and so I'm going to talk.
Fine boy
agbero. I'm going to talk on their behalf. You understand? These people, they suffer to get just even 200 naira on a daily basis. You understand? So, and you now telling them to buy fuel for 140 something naira is not a good thing at all. So I think Buhari needs to step down. As Baba has said, he needs to step down. He has done his own part. He has given his best, but his best is not enough for us.
Well, let's take a look at, I mean, you mentioned the former letter. It seems President Obasanjo usually writes his letters every 4 years. The last one he wrote was before it's too late. And he said, and I quote, was meant for him, talking about President Jonathan then, to act before it was too late. He ignored it, and it was too late for him.
It was too late.
Some of the opinion that this letter is also another, like, foreseeing or foretelling what will happen.
Exactly.
I'm going to tie that to his, which is what I think everybody's talking about, the proverb. Being a Yoruba man, he cannot move away from the Yoruba proverb. The proverb is, in Yoruba, it's Tinoba Tonlasho, which basically translates to, when the lice abound in your clothes, your fingernails will never be dried of blood.
Of course.
What's your take on this particular this proverb, and how relevant do you think this proverb is to the letter?
Yes, because looking at this proverb,
where is it along?
That proverb is very relevant, very relevant, because if there is a problem on ground and we've not settled the problem, there's nowhere to go. You can't hide it. You can't hide it when there's fire on your clothes. You understand? You cannot hide it. You cannot hide it. You have to. Everybody will see it. So there's another proverb that says you cannot cover a smoke one with basket. You understand? Everybody will see it.
But do you think this letter is timely, or do you think it's something that was not necessary at this time? Do you think it was too direct and too blunt?
It was direct and blunt because it's supposed to. We need it at this time. We've kept silent for so long, and people are no more smiling right now.